And there you have it, family.
All right, here's the chicken. Now, me personally, I like to buy whole chicken. You can cut it up and it's a lot cheaper because I got this for 15 bucks. You get 2 legs, 2 thighs, 2 wings, 2 breasts. You get a lot of meat out of this. Alrighty, I usually just cut the spine out. So you just want to cut out the spine. Yikes. All right, now, before we season our meat, you want to pat the chicken dry, all right? Now, if you can't stomach this, I'm sorry. Maybe get you a different type of meat, but this is going to come out delicious. Just want to make sure that you pat it dry because we're going to add some oil to it, and you don't want the oil to roll off, and you want the seasoning to stick as well. After you get done patting it dry, we're going to put it inside of the pan you're going to be cooking it in, and then we're just going to add the oil to it, and we're going to add our seasonings. Put a little more oil on there for me. All right, perfect. You're going to rub it all around. So you're just going to rub it all around in there. I'm teaching my girlfriend at the same time, trying to teach you guys, so bear with us. There you go. You ready? We gonna get some oil on the back too. You gotta flip it over. You want to oil both sides of it. Just flip salt this side first. Now keep it on the side. It looks like a lot. Hold on. It's okay. I'm seasoning it. So the first season I added, was salt, and then I'm gonna add you some Creole seasoning, or you can add any type of Creole seasoning you have. I use Tony Creoles. This does not have any salt in it, so I know it looks like I'm losing a lot, but I don't know if you guys can see that, but this doesn't have that much salt. And then we're gonna add some lemon pepper seasoning. You can use any type of seasoning you want. Season your chicken how you want to season your chicken. I like spicy, I like zesty, I like buttery. So those together on this is gonna make a great flavor. So you can flip that over.
Do I not rub it in?
I spreaded it pretty well. And then you just repeat the process on the back side. Make sure you get all around that chicken. You can spread it around now if you want to spread the salt around, making sure that it's evenly around the chicken. Now this part is optional, right? But if you want it to be more buttery and savory, you can add butter to it, all right? So what we're gonna do is take some half sticks of butter, or you can use a whole stick of butter, and you're going to just pretty much insert it under the skin.
Do I turn it around? Or
You should be able to stick your finger in there, make a little pocket. Yeah. So you're gonna make a pocket inside the chicken.
Should I turn it around maybe?
Just keep it like that. Okay. Make a pocket. Try to keep it a little, don't make it too big though, because you want to stuff this in there and you don't want it to come out. There you go, and there's the butter inside. So we're just gonna stuff the butter inside the skin. Don't worry, I'll get a close up and show you guys once we get to that part, so you guys can see what it looks like. These are half sticks of butter, and then you're just gonna put some over there. You just wanna make sure you spread them out, so try to find under the skin in that part and put it in there. There you go. It's gonna make it very buttery. If you ain't sneezed, it ain't seasoned. All right, here you go. Perfect. Then you just want to rub it in, and that's how you want the chicken to look. You want it to be fully seasoned. You want it to be covered. Get that season all around, just like that. Last but not least, we're going to add some limes to it. That's going to give it a nice zesty flavor. When you guys make this at your next reunion or whatever gathering you have, or maybe just a nice dinner, they're going to love this dish. Do not gatekeep this. Let them know where you got this from. But you just want to make sure you cut your limes in half. Just gonna make some wedges out of them. Just gonna squeeze just a little bit of the juice on top. Just don't want to knock off that seasoning. So you don't want to put it all in one spot. Just try to spread it out. Just like that. Put it in the pan. Then the rest of the limes you can just place in there. They can cook with it. You don't have to use this many limes if you don't have it on hand. Want to do. I like lime. So now with this, you're going to wrap this and let this marinate for at least 2 hours, all right? So you want to let this marinate for a couple hours before you pop it in the oven, or you can pop it in the oven, but if you want it to taste more flavorful, you want to make sure that you wrap it and let the flavor seep into the meat. Now we're going to bake our chicken, all right? Place it in the oven on 275 for 2 hours. Now, if you don't have that long to wait, then you can set the timer up higher. You can cook it an hour and a half if you turn it up to about 350, all right? So that's your options right there. But you're gonna cook this in the oven for 2 hours, and you wanna make sure that you cover it with some foil. The slower and the longer it cooks, the more tender it is. The chicken literally will fall off the bone. We're gonna baste it with the juice from the chicken for the last 30 minutes with the foil off, all right, to make the chicken crispy. We'll check back with you guys in about 2 hours. It's looking juicy. Some of the best chicken you probably ever tasted. And there you go. This chicken right here, I'm telling you guys, this gonna have people coming back for more. So get ready. Put the foil back on it so that way it doesn't dry out. Now, I ain't gonna lie, y'all, the chicken by itself is amazing, but you need a side. So this side right here that I'm about to pair it with is one of my favorite sides to pair it with, vegetable rice. All right, first things first, let's prep out our vegetables. So I got me some celery. You can get celery, bell peppers, onions. Those are the vegetables I'm using for this rice. Now, if you wanna switch it up, if you don't like the vegetables that I choose, you can choose your own style vegetables, but this is what I went with. Just wanna dice up your vegetables, because this is going to go in the rice. All right, next you're gonna cut up you some red bell peppers. Please do not judge my cutting skills. I'm not a chef, I'm just a home cook. So I just like cooking. I didn't take the time to go to culinary school for this. Everything I do is self-taught. I learned it from either family members or just looking up videos on my own. Over time, I just started making my own style recipes, making stuff up, and that's how you get dishes like this. You've probably never seen anybody make a rice like this, but if you did, I don't know, maybe. I've just never seen anybody make rice like this. All right, gotta hurry up and get this done before my family gets back. All right, after the red bell pepper, we're gonna cut half an onion, or you can use a whole onion. It depends on your tolerance with onions. If you love onions, then go whole onions, but my kids don't like onions, so I like to still sneak them in there because they can't tell when it's sauteed, so they're gonna get those vegetables. Now with this, you can mix all of this together because they're going to be going in the same pot, so you don't have to separate these. All right, this right here that I'm cutting is completely optional. This is parsley. I'm not going to be using all of this parsley. I just cut it all now because I'm going to use it throughout the week. Invest in some souffle bowls. They really good bowls for portioning all of your stuff in. All right, now that was the hardest part, cutting your prep. This is the only prep you're going to need to cut. Now let's start this rice. Now the best thing about my vegetable rice recipe, it is a one-pot recipe. So we're going to be baking this dish. I'm gonna show you guys how to bake it. Now, this is a Dutch oven. Do you need a Dutch oven? No. But if you have a Dutch oven, this is the best pot to use. This is not a sponsored video. I am not being sponsored by these people. This is just what I've been using for the last few years. Yes, it's expensive, but I love these pots, no cap. The one thing I love about it is that it heats up all around. It doesn't just have hot spots. The whole thing is hot, even the top. It cooks perfectly. So if you use a Dutch oven, if you don't have a Dutch oven, just use something that you can put in the oven that you can put a lid on. And if you don't have a lid, use foil. I'm just helping you guys out. I've been in every situation. Now, just for the purpose of this video, I'm not going to use a stove because I want y'all to be able to see what I'm doing, and it's kind of hard with just me running the camera. So I'm going to cook on this. I love these. Alrighty. All right, now while this pot is heating up, before it gets completely hot, you want to add you a stick of butter. Now I know that sounds crazy, but if you cut as much vegetable as I did, the vegetables are going to absorb it. It's going to get absorbed by the rice. You're not going to even notice. It's not as crazy as you think. Just trust me right here. Trust me. Look at me. I eat this all the time. If that helps. So you want to put a whole stick of butter. Now before the butter melts, y'all, this is the trick to this. You have to add the vegetables in first. So add the vegetables in before the butter is done melting. And don't worry, I'm going to give you guys a close-up. I just want you guys to see me do it. And then I'm going to give you guys a close-up of what it looks like. All right, so we put our butter, our vegetables in there. Now we're going to add our seasonings. Now you can use the seasonings of your choice, but I'm going with my seasonings that I normally go with, which is Creole seasoning. I love some Creole seasoning. Again, this is not a sponsored video, so it's real. Well, it's not a sponsored video yet, maybe one day. Got some salt. Be afraid to get a little heavy with the salt now. Not too crazy, but all right, taste it. I'm gonna add a little lemon pepper seasoning in here. All right, then we're just gonna mix it in. Oh, how are you guys' day going today? Are you having a good day? What was your original plans for dinner tonight? Are you thinking about this dish? If you got time, I would say do it. If not, you can always prep it for tomorrow. All right, we want to turn this up because we want this to get hot. We want this to cook fast. All right, now that you got all your vegetables in the pot, we're going to add in 1 cup of unwashed rice. All right, guys, do not wash this rice. If you wash it, the rice will not thicken up the right way. So it's going to be a lot watery. It might be too mushy. Just don't wash the rice. I've learned my lesson. You want to pour your rice in there. And we're just going to toast this rice for about 5 minutes. All right, family, this is how it should look. So you want to make sure that you keep it up high. And you want to make sure that the rice is toasted, all right? You want to toast that rice. Remember, you're going to do this for about 5 minutes. And this is how it should look. Now we're going to add in 2 cups of chicken broth. All right, so after you add in your chicken broth, make sure that the rice is under the water, under the chicken broth, okay? Once it starts to bubble like this, you start to see that rolling bubble, you're gonna place a lid over it, then you're gonna place it in the oven on 350 degrees for about 25 to 30 minutes. So make sure all of the juice is completely out of the rice before you eat it, okay? You have it, guys. Vegetable baked rice. This is delicious. Make sure you try this recipe out and let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more recipes in the future. All right, now that our chicken is cooled down, let's break it up. Yee. Chicken should be coming apart like this. Buttery, juicy. Oh my goodness, I'm about to be your new favorite cook. I already know it. Not familiar with the recipes here? I promise you, you're about to become a new fan after this. You just got to give it a shot. Oh yeah, look how tender and juicy this chicken is. They ain't messing with self-made cook, y'all. They ain't messing with self-made cook. Come on, come on. They ain't messing with self-made cook. Come on now. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me stop eating it. There you have it, family. Try this recipe out and let me know what you guys think in the comment section.